Hi everyone, I'm Dirk Stone with the Dirk Stone Real Estate Team, and today I'm with Wesley Chandler, who's a buyer specialist on our team. And Wes, it's so great to be with you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me here, Dirk.
Yeah, 2021 has been such an interesting year. It's a dynamic year in real estate, and so interesting to hear the different themes of the market out there. But I just wanted to kind of hear from you, like some of the things that you're experiencing as you're working with a diverse group of clientele, from first-time home buyers, investors, move-up buyers, last-time buyers, and everybody in between.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We obviously work with a lot of different clientele. I work with first-time home buyers, just like you mentioned, and they're definitely struggling in this current market. Being such weighted heavily towards the sellers in the market right now, it makes it very, very difficult for people to break into that first-time home, start getting up that property ladder to be able to start getting into those investments, really building equity. Obviously, rents have been going up and up and up as well, and it doesn't look like that's going to slow down anytime soon either.
Right.
So it's really, really important for people right now in that first-time home buyer market to be able to find a way to break into that first house, start building that equity, and really get the ball rolling. Beyond that, there's obviously a lot of challenges when it comes down to different people that are looking to get to investments. Obviously, we're out here on the lake shore, and it is a very, very hectic market, to say the least. It's got a lot of different challenges, and I know you experience that a lot with the sellers that you work with.
Right.
But obviously, on the buying side, it's a whole nother ball game as well. So it's really important to make sure you're working with agents that are able to get you into those properties right away.
Right.
Constantly looking at seeing what's going to be hitting the market right away. Being able to get into houses quicker.
I think, to some degree, one of the things that obviously we were drawn to were your strong communication skills. And in this marketplace that we're in right now, I think it's so important to communicate so effectively and strongly with people on the other side. You're working for the buyer, trying to fight to get them the home that they want, but you have to communicate so cooperatively with the other agents, the sellers, and do so in a swift manner. Obviously, you want to be as detailed as possible, and I know that's something you really excel at.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, this is obviously a relationship business, right?
That's correct.
And we're building relationships with our clients, we're building relationships with lenders, with title people, with the other agents. So, communication is a huge thing for sure. That's really what drives everything in our business for us. So, that's a huge thing that we definitely need to work on and continue to improve. Obviously, everybody can always improve on it, but I think as a team, it's another nice aspect of working with multiple people on a team, is we have the ability to communicate with each other, and kind of go over those different things and challenges we're seeing in the market, talk about different strategies and ways we can construct our contracts and our offers for our buyers to put them in the best position. I know obviously with you being on the listing side, you definitely see how many offers are coming in on a lot of these houses. Working with buyers, there have been several situations where we're competing against 7+ offers, but having the ability to bounce ideas off of you, off of Becca, off of Brent, just getting a little more information and some different strategies that we can employ, and we've been able to get a lot of those deals under contract for our buyers.
Awesome.
So that's been a big help for sure.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
Some of the things people ask me, about being a real estate agent, and I'm sure you get this question a lot too, and it's always interesting. I think they're surprised when I answer that, more than anything, we seem to be in the solutions business. We're here to solve people's problems and or just to get them to their goal, and I don't know if you have any thoughts as to that, or if that's something you hear.
Yeah. Everybody always looks at realtors and real estate agents as salespeople, but honestly, we are definitely more in the solutions business. I feel like we're more of consultants than we really are sales. We're not trying to necessarily just sell people a home. We really want to make sure that everything goes smoothly throughout the entire process, and there are a lot of different obstacles that'll come up. So it's not just necessarily saying, oh yeah, we're going to get you into this house, we'll get you an offer written up, and then you'll move in. There's a lot of other things that kind of come into play and different challenges. Yeah,
that's a great point, and just like not all real estate agents are created equally, not all deals are the same, and they're very diverse, and every day we're learning and we're using our expertise and experience of all these deals that we have been a part of to help move the needle and move people forward. I don't know. Whenever I see that billboard at Outback Furniture, I just smile, and that's where I buy my patio furniture, and I love that store. I love going there. It's just an incredible experience. But I I like the move forward because that's our brighter days ahead, you know? So we're moving forward. We're not sitting still. We are always on the go. And if you're not moving forward, you're sitting still, you're going to get run over by the Mack truck, man. It's going to hit you hard.
Okay.
Wes, one of the things I know that's important to you when you're working with those new buyers that you're out with, whether they're first time or last time or everybody in between, is you like to do a consultation with them, which I think is a really effective time well spent, just meeting with the buyer, whether it be on phone, via Zoom, or in person. Can you kind of speak to that a little bit and kind of what you find to be effective?
Yeah, I mean, with the real estate market being what it is, even if you've bought a house in the past, I mean, it might have been a while and it's hard to always remember all the steps and know every single piece of the puzzle as you're going throughout the whole process. So I think it's a really important step to sit down before we go look at any houses, just go through the entire process, A to Z, make sure everybody stays on the same page. Because that way you know what to expect and there aren't any surprises, which is a huge thing in real estate right now. You know, we talk to a lot of people that aren't necessarily as educated in the process if they haven't been in the market for a while, or like you mentioned, if they are first-time home buyers. So being able to sit down and say, hey, this is exactly what you can expect. These are the different fees that you're going to end up paying. You know, when we talk about breaking down what buyers are actually going to have out-of-pocket costs, I know you go over a lot of that stuff with your buyers when you talk to them and sit down. And you know, a lot of people do think, hey, I'm going to have to pay commission, you know, if I use you to help me buy a house, but it's not really the case. You know, when you look at how actually people are paid and how everything gets divvied up, I mean, sellers are essentially paying us to help buyers buy their home for them. And a lot of buyers don't really realize that, and they think they're going to have a lot of extra other costs involved, but that's not really the case.
Yeah, it's a big sigh of relief when they find out. They're like, how are we going to pay you? And it's like, hey, that's covered. So
yeah, exactly. You don't have to worry about that part. There are other fees and things that you'll get into, and I know you go over a lot of those too.
Well, you get your home inspection. You know, you're going to spend somewhere between $300 and $400 on the average home to have it inspected thoroughly by a qualified home inspector. And there's certainly other costs that are involved, and the lender will have costs that they will go over with the buyer too. But I think it's such an effective way of just making sure expectations are met, and then we can go out and actually have a more engaging time of just looking at the homes and diving into that process. I know that one of the things you're passionate about is helping people move from being a renter to a homeowner. And if you could kind of just speak to things you're seeing there and ways you like to help them move the needle forward.
Definitely, yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's a huge opportunity for people right now. You know, you look at the rental rates, they're already high, but projections are showing they're going to go up 4 to 7% over the next year, and they continue to rise even after that. So it's really important for people to get out of those rental properties, stop paying their landlord so much money, and start building their own equity. I mean, it's a great way to start building assets, accumulate wealth, and that's just really how you get ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the things that I've been so satisfied with right now as we're helping the move-up buyers. Somebody that we helped buy a home maybe 3 to 5 years ago. Seems like they average, they say they move every 5 to 7 years. I think it's more like 3 to 5. And to see them cashing out and being able to move up to the next home while interest rates are lower, and they're cashing out with a great deal of equity, and their payments aren't even going up that much more, but they're getting into the neighborhood or the home that really now meets their wants and needs. And that's super satisfying to me.